Hey, ladies and gents, it's Zem, and we are doing a tips and tactics video again. This one's going to be on the infamous center objective buffet. And I did this video. I actually caught this video when I was doing the MiG-3 review, gameplay and review. And um, what you're going to see here is, we've talked about the center buffet before. Essentially, what it is the center objective is taken. The bots have a tendency to stream into that buffet, get eaten up by the the superior numbers of enemy aircraft in that center. They just go in there, they keep feeding them. It's a big nom 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 nom. It's ridiculous. You throw up insane personal points, combat points, whatever you want to call them. I've had videos from myself, Slaughter, other players of exactly what happens when you lose these center objectives, and the bot just keeps eating your shit. Now, this video is essentially going to be about is the playing objectives and situational awareness, not feeding that center objective. The first two videos are going to be, essentially about not feeding the center, playing with the situational awareness, picking up the objectives where you need them and when and how you need them, and not so much about trying to take the center objective back. This game specifically is because I have two of my clanmates on the opposing team, Cad and Slapped, are both going to be eating at the all-you-can-eat center buffet. And I'm not sure, they're both Canadians. I'm not sure what exactly they eat at the buffet. Chickens and waffles, poutine. Maybe there's 10 different kinds of maple syrup. I don't know. But they're just going to nom 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 their way to the center and rack up some ridiculous combat points by doing so, which is fine. I don't actually see him much during the battle. I don't really engage him that much because I know exactly what's going to happen. It has to do with the fact that they hate America. I mean, for real, folks. They probably got maple flags all over their plane and shit. I don't know. But I'm not going to center because I know between Cad and Slapped, they're going to see me and they're going to go and try their damnedest to make me one of those tasty morsels by killing me. So I do have some good. I do have a flight of good players on my team, Mars and Lambo. But like I said, with Cad and Slapped, they're going to be playing that center objective real hard. So I'm not want to be one of those type of players. But you always got to, there is a certain amount. Like I said, strategic value, of course, of keeping that or taking that center airfield because it allows you respawns, quicker respawns, and all that kind of stuff. So I'll pill around here on the ME410, see if I can nail him before he gets away on me. Take a good chunk of his health off. Unfortunately, I lose my engine. That's one of the great things about the MiGs. And for some reason, I did not have a pneumatic restarter on here. I don't know why. So the ME410 takes off on me, and now I'm just going to get the shit shot out of me. He makes a pass around. I finally get my engine back up, and I'm going to see if I can finish him off before he gets away. Unfortunately, all this time that I'm screwing around, we lose the center objective. They also take the garrison to the south. And this is not looking good for us. So I'll pick up the A-26. I probably should not have did that. Once again, bombers and their rear gunners are ridiculous, and I get the shit shot out of me and killed. So, what to do? And but this is, like I said, the point where we're going to start working on the playing the objective, having the map awareness, and whatnot. We do not have the numbers to take that center objective. There's just way too many red players there. Just between the actual red players and, of course, the defense fighters that are currently circling that place. They've knocked out 2, 4, 5 planes in the in the last 25 seconds. So yeah, the numbers are just not in our favor. And this, like I said, at the point where I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to be the center. I'm not going to be the waffle. Okay, I'm not going to play that game. So I switched my playing the objective to the south objective. We got one, and we needed the other one. If we can keep the 2 objectives on the outside edges running in the blue, and they can have the center one for all I care. They can just stay there and shoot down plane after plane after plane. But like I said, we're trying to keep this. We're trying to win the game. And I pulled back in on the bow fighters. We'll knock out the heavy fighters first. That's a great thing about having playing the MiGs and the BF-109s is you have the altitude performance. You don't have to go down low. You can get up here, take out the heavy fighters right off the bat. So we flip the objective back. Now we're up 2-1. And like I said, the center is, of course, still has a crap ton of red. Now, I'm thinking to myself, let's see what we can do here. So I got the Spitfire 1A. He had been over here helping me. There might be a chance if we can go back over there and maybe actually take a pretty good chunk of that red out. Because the center objective is actually only down to, we only need to shoot down 1 plane. So there is a good chance if we can get over there and maybe pick up one kill, we might be able to do this. So, unfortunately, they're also killing planes just as fast as we do. So it's not looking good, especially when I get to right about here and I realize, oh, Nelly, that's a lot of red. That's a whole lot of red. So I start climbing. We're going to see what we can do here. Got the A-26 coming around behind me. He's headed toward that objective. Hopefully, if I do a little bit of damage to him, maybe he's not going to try to pull off. Yeah, nope, that ain't going to work. He just has too much for rear gunners. There's nothing I can do about it. So pull back around, pick up the P-51A going up and over, and I get my engine knocked out again by the Focke-Wulf spinning here. Yeah, it's not looking good for the home team. Like I said, there's just way too much red in the center. So I get picked up by the Ki-61. We're still looking good here, though. We got the 2 outside objectives, and of course the center is still decidedly red and has a huge numerical advantage. So I'm going to respawn in here. I'm looking at to the south here where that bomber had been. There's actually a multi-roll down there working it over right now. Here comes the bomber back. Yeah, this is, like I said, play the objective and be situationally aware of what's going on. We just don't have the numbers. There's no point in going back to center. Now I'm heading south. Either to defend that, or if by the chance we do get back down there, taking it back. Because by the time I get there, most likely that objective is going to be flipped back to red. However, we were able to hold on to the 2 objectives long enough to get ahead, which is fine. I'm going to be arriving about the right time. I got P-51As here with me. We're going to be heading to the south there. Now that, like I said, now that the fact that they flipped the objective, I'm going to be coming back here at a pretty decent time to see if I can pick up that objective. So, yeah, I can't really let him go without taking some pot shots at him, especially since he's in a dive, and I'm not really getting shot from him. So flip back over. We're going to forget about him. I'm not going back into the center, so I'm heading back to, once again, my objective. The P-51A is, of course, with me, and I have a heavy fighter over here. This objective down here is what we're talking about here. This is the situational awareness of when and how to move in to try and turn the objective back to us. So pick up the Focke-Wulf. He's flying through. Yeah, let's see if we can get you, buddy. Slowly but surely. Whittle him down. Get the kill. Flip some of the objective back again. P-38 had made it through here. And with that other kill by the P-51A, we were able to, of course, flip this objective. So I'm not going to go head-to-head with him. I'm going to turn around here and see if I can pick him up as he's running away. Pick up the P-38F. There we go. Finish him off. And now, once again, we're back into the lead here. We got two objectives to their one. Now, with all that going on, we were lucky enough to get the red players to actually leave the center objective, and we were able to sneak in there and turn the blue one. This is, like as I said, of course, this is all the situational awareness. This is playing the objective and all that stuff. You know, I mean, none of us really put up our whole team didn't really put up any huge combat scores. In fact, I think there was only one player that actually broke 6,000 combat scores, and the other team had a couple guys that were 9, 10. I think CAD had like 14,000 combat points. By rights, the fact that they were shooting down so many planes, they should have won. But my team played the objectives. We played. We kept two objectives running as long as we could, which of course trumps the center one. The center one does not give you any more advantage. It's just one objective. At least when it comes to objective points. So, by watching, paying attention, not feed the center buffet, not going there constantly, losing to the numbers that the red players had over the center. You saw a lot of the blue bots just feed themselves into that, which kind of works out nice for us because it lets us fly around and take out objectives without having a whole lot of red players over them other than the defense fighters. So something to think about. Got a couple more games for you guys to watch about this whole play the objectives and not play, don't be the waffle at the buffet, because you're just gonna get eaten and you're probably gonna lose. So here comes the next game for you guys, and hope you guys enjoy. All right, back with another game in the D335s, and we're playing the objective here. Flying once again with CAD here, and we've talked about the center objectives, and this is my whole feed the buffet type thing. We are going directly to the center objective on this one. We're going to take the center objective, but what you're going to see us here is not essentially play that center straight up. We're not going to loiter here for very long. We're just coming through, pick up a quick, easy damage on that ground target. Flip over. I pick up the XP-58, finish him off quick, and we're just going to bomb. Like I said, quick bombs with this thing does a real nice job. Right on through. I got a enemy on my tail, which is okay, because we're really not gonna worry about it. Flip back around. Aircraft is on fire. Go figure. Lovely. So, got the KI-64 here. Picked him up, or I should say, CAD picked him up. I got somebody trailing me, but apparently he lost interest. No biggie. So, pull around here on the ME-6265, pick him up. Now, we've got the center objective. We've like I said, I talked about earlier with the center objective. You would normally sit here and just eat, nom, 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 wait for the red planes to come back. Unfortunately, we're going to be playing, like I said, we're going to be playing just a straight-up objective. So, they pick up the command center, which means their bombers are going to be up here, where I'm flying over here to the south, because we need to pick up the objective, play the objective, not necessarily play the point where you're just going to rack up huge combat scores. So, pick up the A6M2, running away here, see if we can drop him with these long-range 30, a couple shells into him, put some nice damage into him. I got 2 bombs left. I'm going to see if I can pick up a ground target here. I did not get a real good drop on it, but it works. Finish that objective off, and now I'm going back to the next objective, which is their command center. Now you notice how what I'm trying to do here. I'm waiting for red planes to leave, right? Those red fighters have left, and now I have mostly what I'll have is only just have defense bots. So pick up a Hornet now below me, start gaining altitude, boosting up. He's kind of a cheeky fuck because I always love these. I always love bots and their ability to just climb like the dickens. So the Hornet, able to climb straight up at me and get in a couple good shots on me. So I'm going to flip over here, see if I can pick up the Hornet down below. Yeah, there he is. So pick up the Hornet because he's going to be a pain in my ass. If I don't, he's just going to follow me around because that's what the bots do nowadays. Pick him up, and now I'm going to turn back to what I was actually going to do. Now, Cad's gone back to center, more along the lines to just try to keep some of this reds from moving in. But I'm just going to be playing, like I said, I'm playing the objectives. I'm going to my next one, and I'm going to try to, of course, turn it. Now, Cad's also knows I'm over here, so he's going to be turning around here shortly, and he's going to be over here to assist me in doing this. Like I said, playing the objective should be what you should be doing every game to win more often. If you don't play the objectives, you're just kind of handicapping yourself. Now that we're over here so close to their spawn point, though, we're going to get I'm going to get a fair amount of red players coming back in on me. So CAD showed up, and we are slowly but surely getting this worked over. Unfortunately, that 220 came in behind me, and there was not much I could do. So I took one to the shorts, but that's all right, because you're going to notice here now where I spawn back in. Once again, I spawn back in right where I need to be. Now, I could go center. Once again, there's a lot of red there, but I'm looking at an opportunity here where I have two red ground attack planes over the mining facility. Now I'm going to move in here. Well, these two red planes are not allowing my GA to turn this objective. I'm playing the objective. I'm not playing. I'm not playing I'm not playing that center. I'm working on trying to win the objective. So take out the GA. The other GA finally came back into the red circle he was leaving. That's why you saw me switch targets and go after this ME instead of this ME. He was almost leaving the red target when I got in there. So I'm going to try to pick him up. He's turning nicely for me as he comes back into the objective. So picked him up, and our GA was able to turn it. So worked out nice. So now we're back again, once again, essentially a 3-2-3 right now. So we need another objective. We need to be able to take another objective. They flipped the center, which is fine, once again. And we're just going to be looking here now. Everybody, I'm pinging the map because that's where our bots are all headed. We got enough planes there to make this a difference, because a lot of these planes are coming in, of course, full health. And we're going to see what we have to play against when we get to the center. CAD's got the south finally turned, and that leaves us up 3-2. So here we come, looking around, see if I can find the Hornet. Yeah, there's the Hornet. Hornet's looking at me. Oh, he's looking away from me. Let's see if I can pick him up. Kind of hard to see here in the clouds, but he is pulling away from me, and we're going to pull down in on here, see what we can do. Yeah, CAD's got that south objective. We're up 3-1, and I know I got somebody on my tail. I can already feel it. So instead of dying in the center here, I'm just going to stick it down to the ground, and I'm going to run. What I'm going to do here, of course, is I'm going to pull these two heavy fighters out of here. At least two of them started, but now I only got one. By pulling the one heavy fighter out of here, we are going to have a better chance, I should say, of taking this objective. He's pulled out of the center. That leaves us with somewhat of an advantage in numbers in the center objective. CAD's also headed back to center, so yeah, it's looking pretty good. So he follows me all the way out here. He's going to eventually get me. That's just what it is. But by doing so, he pulled himself out of the objective, and that lets our team, hopefully here, make a difference. I'm not going to bore you with this. We do actually win this because of the fact that we did play the objectives. We did not play the center. We played the objectives to win the game. So yeah, I'm going to flip over here and see what happens. So yeah, that was a great win. So yeah, sorry about that. That was CAD jumped in as I was talking there. So yeah, you can see that we did win the game, and it was a very good one. Okay, back with our second game, playing the D3305s and playing with CAD. And you're gonna watch, like I said in the other video, the center buffet is notorious. Racks up, and you've seen videos I've posted. You've seen videos of Sergeant Slaughter. You've seen videos of people just rack up insane combat scores by simply just sitting on the center cap. And you're going to watch in this video. We're going to lose the center fairly quickly. Right off the bat, we're not actually able to take it. But what you're going to see is a little bit here is that between the two of us, by playing the objective and what's happening, this is the whole situational awareness in this game. You'll see that by playing the objective and using situational awareness of what's going on, that we're able to pull off a win in a contest that not necessarily having the highest combat score, but taking objectives being more important than shooting down planes. We're pulling back here to center. We have kind of an even matchup right now. They're streaming in from their garrison, and we're streaming in from ours. We pick up one. I pick up one right off the bat here. CAD's picking up a few more. We pick up the J4M. I don't know, can't quite get down on him and get my altitude up. About that time, I know the XFU, the Pancake's coming in here. He wants to go head-to-head, so we go head-to-head. He takes a big chunk of my life off. I take a big chunk of his life off. CAD's going to pick him up as he goes through. Unfortunately, I have a P-51 right here back on my tail. I have an engine shot up, and now my second engine shot up, and I'm on fire. I have 7 hit points. Life is not good. That's all right. There's like I said, there's not much you can do about that when you get both your engines taken out, and you've already used your repair kit once, and of course you also get set on fire, and now your wing's damaged. Yeah, I'm shot to shit. There's not much I can do. I'm kind of like a floundering flounder, but that's all right, because here's where, like I said, we talk about the situational awareness, playing the objective, and all that stuff. You'll notice to the north. And what I just pinged right there is that we have 2 GAs and a bomber over top of the objective. We have half the objective points. We also have 2 ground attack planes and a bomber there. By pinging the map, I'm letting CAD know, hey, look here. There's something happening here that would be very beneficial to us. He has to shoot down 1 plane for us to turn that objective. Now, at the same time, I also have a bomber that's over one of our objectives to the south here. And I'm thinking about when I was coming back in here, okay, am I going to head to that one over there, or I'm going to head south? Well, about that time I noticed CAD saw my ping, and he immediately heads toward that objective. He sees the same thing I do. All he has to do is shoot down 1 plane, and we take the objective. So, since I know he's going there, and we're playing, like I said, we're playing the objectives. We're not playing the center buffet. We're not feeding that center to get shot down over and over again. So I'm going to pick up some altitude and some speed here. I'm trying to get to the RB-17 before he does any more damage to my cap, and they flip the mining facility. So now we know the mining facility is essentially worth 2 objectives. So that's putting us up 3-2 against the enemy red team. Now, trying to pick up the RB-17. We're going to try to knock him out here. And about that time, like I said, we notice is you're going to see a stream of red coming through here. So I get lit on fire again. So is my engine destroyed. Go figure. Flip back up over here. Put a shell onto him, and my wing is damaged. Yeah, universal ammo does amazing things. Flip back around. See if I can stay with him. I don't have the speed to stay out in front of him, but that's all right. What we're doing here essentially is we're pulling red planes off the center, and by not feeding that buffet, by not having to deal with a large number of red players in center, is eventually going to let us or allow us to return to the center. So we might lose this. I mean, said this objective here, right here, is they've got enough players over here right now to finish off this objective, and I'm going to die, which turns this objective back. However, we have enough blue players back to center, and the squall line is coming up. And this is about the whole situational awareness, paying attention to what's going on. With the squall line up and your stuff, everything that's going to get knocked out is going to get knocked out. I'm coming back in full health. Cad's going to be, I think he was pretty close to being full health too, to the other side. And we have a fair amount of blue back to center. Now the center objective is almost done with, and I'm going to be respawning next to this south objective, and the majority of the red planes have left. So with that mining facility in play, it gives us a little bit of a leeway here. We don't have to be quite so worried necessarily about taking too many more objectives. All we have to do is take one objective to keep it up. So make a pass there, come down low, and I'm picked up some ground targets right off the bat. Speed on through. I got a GA coming in. I got a bomber coming in behind me, and CAD also is coming in. He had actually respawned too. So this is actually working out pretty well. This is that situation awareness. This is that whole, play the objective. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're not going to feed that. We're not going back to center. We're not feeding that. We're just going to try to keep these objectives turned back to blue. So, knock out another air defense fighter. J4M's coming around on me. So now he's dealing with me, and he's not going after my attack plane or my bomber, which lets them work the ground targets, essentially not hassled. So we flip that objective back. I got the PT 1605 coming in on me, and we now have the numbers advantage to take the center. And this is exactly what you're going to see here. Now that we've knocked out a fair chunk of planes, the squall line is going to be up here in 30 seconds. Every plane we knock out, of course, is going to help us. And we're, like I said, we're sitting relatively good on our HP. Back around, see if we can get on the P605. I'm not terribly sure if I can outturn him. It's a little too tight to really be sure, but that's all right because I see CAD coming in here, so I'm not terribly worried about getting into a turn fight with this guy. These guys are all coming in here to give me a hand. So the P605 has one choice. He can either keep on turning or eventually he's going to get killed. So he makes a run for it, which is fine. Finally turn over. We'll see if we can pick him up as he's running away. That big 1,000-meter distance on that gun. Oh, so nice. So we have the two objectives. The mining facility has put us back into the lead, and now we are sitting in a nice position here to pick up the center objective. So by playing the objective, by being aware of what's happening on the map, even if you're down, it's still relatively easy to turn a game around by just being playing the objective, paying attention, and of course not feeding that center buffet that seems to lose so many games for people by simply returning to the center over and over again, just simply to get shot down by a superior force. And I hope you kind of getting a feel of this, what I'm talking about from these videos, and not continue to play that center objective if they do have a numerical advantage, you're just going to lose pretty much every time. So pick up the easy win on the, I shouldn't say easy win, but pick up the win on this map, play the objective, pay attention, and watch what's going on. So